how ISIS' new hostage strategy is shifting the goalposts for ISIS. It is a new dynamic, experts say, demanding high-value prisoners in exchange for hostages. 3 of the prisoners ISIS apparently wants back are women, a failed suicide bomber, an alleged bomb maker and a woman tied to the head of ISIS. The 4th is a child. Many countries have a strategy of not negotiating with terrorists. But this new approach by ISIS is putting governments to the test. In its most recent demand, ISIS called for Sajida al-Rishawi to be handed over. She is a female jihadi imprisoned for her role in a 2005 suicide bombing at a wedding reception in Jordan that killed dozens. If she wasn't brought to the Turkish border by sunset Thursday, the militant said, 2 hostages would die. Japanese journalist Kenji Goto and Jordanian pilot Moaz al-Kassasbeh. The deadline has passed but the hostages' fate is unknown. By negotiating with ISIS, by recognizing them, by even having dialogue with them, it gives them the impression of acting as a state, said Sajida, International Security Director at the Asia-Pacific Foundation. Endless loop. Jordanian officials have said they are willing to swap al-Rishawi for the pilot, but they have demanded proof of life to demonstrate that al-Kassasbeh, captured in December after his fighter jet crashed in Syria, is still alive. Former FBI negotiator Chris Voss said Jordan was absolutely right to do so, and that the failure of ISIS so far to provide proof of life was suspicious. It's just a natural and ordinary course of bargains in these types of negotiations and they are choosing not to do that at this point, he said. The latest proposal by ISIS is not a prisoner exchange in the usual sense, since the militants now want the release of al-Rishawi just in order not to kill the 2 hostages, rather than promising their release. Voss said entering into this kind of territory with terrorists was dangerous. If you engage in that sort of bargain then they can threaten to kill the same person over and over and over again, and continue to demand the release of hostages or whatever their demands are, he said. You can't give in to that sort of thing because then it puts you in an endless loop where they have all the power. It's important to remember that for ISIS and groups like them, the key factor is gain, Voss said. Kidnappers are in the commodities exchange business. While it's a horrifying concept to us, to them it's business, and it's the business ISIS is in and so you have to treat it like that.